You want to come out for a while? Come on. Come on. Come on, Drew. Come on. Want to come out? Spend some time with me. Let's go. You are such a big boy. Come on. Lord Almighty, are you a big child? Let's not drag your tail on the floor. Unhook it. There we go. There we go. Hi. What are you doing? Don't go to the bathroom on my bed, please. No, we're not getting on the floor. Hey. Hey. You know, I've been raising snakes since I was 14 years old. And I really find it sad that so many snakes never get to come out of their enclosures. They never get the opportunity to socialize with people. Now, if your snakes are like mine, they're used to being out with me and other people. Hey, what are you doing? You going backwards? You going backwards? But what I was saying is, you know, if you socialize them and invest quality time with them so they trust you, then you have no concerns about them being defensive and striking at you and just being aggressive or defensive all the time. That's not the kind of snakes you want to raise unless you plan to keep them locked up for the rest of their lives. Don't you go potty on my bed. You already did that yesterday. Yes, you did. You went on the floor. You got my bed. Here you did. But these are like my children. I love spending time with them. Let's bring your tail over here. There. I like your tail better where I can see what it's doing. No, you're not getting on the floor. No floor. But, yeah, Chewy's over 11 feet. He spends most of his time out of his enclosure as well as the rest of my snakes do. Because that's the kind of life I think they deserve. You know, you don't see them sitting in one spot all the time out in the wild. I don't know why people think a snake stops being a snake when you have it in a captive environment, because there's no reason for them not to have any activities in their life. I think it's cruel, in all honesty, that they never get to come out, never get to be around people. I'm serious. I think personally, after raising snakes for 60 years, they make a better pet than a cat or a dog does, by all means. No, nobody's on the love seat today. You stay over here with me. April's not here for you to visit with today. But these are my children. I love them dearly. I watch them 24 hours a day. I don't sleep at night. I take naps when I'm tired because these animals are a priority in my life. I'm up and down all night long checking their temperatures and their enclosures, checking them, making sure everything's perfect for them. When you have snakes or animals that are dependent on you, it should be your main priority to make sure that you're giving them the best life that you can. You're not getting on the floor, buddy. No, you're not. No floor. No floor for you. I don't let them on the floor because I'm never sure what anyone tracks in on their shoes when they come into my house from outdoors. And I don't want my snakes exposed to anything that could be detrimental to their health. So yeah, I don't let them on the floor. Even though it's carpeted and everything, I just don't want to take that risk. You're not getting on the floor. You come up here and hang out with me. No floor today. No, no floor. Which way are you going? Let's go this way. There. Okay. Now what? You got your head stuck in your body. Down. Unwed your tail. If you're going to use a bathroom, I want to know where that tail's at. We're not messing my bed up today. There. There you go. What? See, your snakes aren't head shy if they're used to being close to people. Oh no, we're not getting on the floor. No, we're not. No floor. Oh, I get kisses and all. Thank you. They're not head shy if you spend time with them. The important thing is you want your snakes to work with you instead of against you. And if you never spend any time with them, they're going to retaliate against you. Anything you do against their will is considered aggressive behavior on your part. That's not the way you want your snakes to feel, like you're a threat to them all the time. You can't go on the floor. The floor is cold. No. No floor. No. No. They understand vocal commands. People find that hard to believe, but every one of my snakes knows what the word no means. But I kind of showed Brian Cusco that when he was here visiting. He was amazed at how they all respond to my vocal commands, my word commands, and they do. These aren't dumb animals. People need to get that thought out of their head, because these are not stupid animals. You know, if you never let them out, never spend any time with them, and they never get to be around anyone, they have no opportunity to enhance their mental capacity. And to learn, you have to be exposed to things in your environment. And that's a mistake so many snake keepers make, is they don't give their snakes the opportunity to learn anything other than what's inside of those four walls in their enclosure. There's not a lot to learn there, you know. If you don't let them out, don't let them be exposed to different things in their lives, there's nothing really for them to learn. You're dying to get into my stuff, aren't you? But you're not going. No, you're not. You're not getting into my stuff. People that come in my home find it amazing that I let my snakes in my face. I have no concerns with that, because they know me, they trust me. Yeah, I do. I trust my mom. Yes, I do. Yeah. You are fitting. You get warm. I keep the house really warm, because you never know when you're going to lose power or heat or anything. I keep a case of those shipping heat packs on hand all the time in the winter, just in the event that we lose heat. But I had an electric stove here originally, and I got rid of it and had a gas stove, bought a new one and had it put in, so that way I'm ensured that I have some form of heat in the house if we ever lose our heat or electricity or anything. But I good advice, order some of the 72-hour shipping heat packs for reptiles and keep them on hand in your home, so if you ever lose your power, you can still be sure and keep your animals warm. They require heat. They definitely do to live, so you know it's a good idea to keep those heat packs. You're gonna go to sleep. What do you call that? They love doing this. They curl up beside me on my day bed and go to sleep. And here we go. You're boring. Not really. They're not boring. He just wanted to be out close to me, so this is what we do on a daily basis, me and my snakes. They come hang out with me for a little while, show me some attention. I call it affection. Some people deny that's possible, but they do have feelings. And they show me some attention, love me up, then they curl up. They always have to be up against me and touching me. And I'll curl up here and go to sleep and sleep here for hours. Now I can get up and walk away and leave him sitting here and he won't move. I can go do my housework, go out in the snake room, work with those snakes out there, clean cages or feed them. And I come back in here and look in on him. He's still sitting where he was when I left him, because he's happy. Snakes have happy moods and they have miserable moods. You don't want your snakes to be miserable all the time, especially a big constrictor. That's not how you want to do it. Look at this one. Sound asleep next to me. So I'm grounded for a few hours because this is what he wanted to do. He's going to lay here beside me and sleep. I can't take a nap with you, dear. I'm feeding snakes today. So you're going to be on your own laying here in a little while. I got to go feed the other snakes outside in the snake room. But this is a happy snake. Wouldn't you like to have your snakes live with you like this instead of looking at them through a piece of glass all the time? It's not very self-rewarding to know you're keeping your snakes like prisoners. You know, I've always divided that line between hobbyists and breeders. When you got several thousand snakes, you can invest quality time with each one. It's not humanly possible. But that's no reason to criticize and insult breeders. I think one of the biggest downfalls we have in the reptile community is reptile owners insulting and backstabbing each other. That's not advantageous for what we're trying to do here. We're trying to teach people that these are great animals and wonderful animals to raise and care for. And quit investing your time on finding fault with each other. It's not good. It's not good at all. It reflects poorly on you as a person. It reflects really bad on the reptile community. Now see, I can get up and walk off, but he's not going to go anywhere. That's a happy snake. That's the way you want your snakes to live. Why do you want your snakes striking at everybody? Why do you want to look at them through a piece of glass all the time? I'm sorry, but I think that's cruel and demeaning to your snakes because they do have personalities. That's why they're all different from each other. They have different moods, different temperaments. Give them a chance to live like a snake. Just because you have them in a captive environment doesn't mean they have to stop living like a snake. They don't need to be locked up all the time. I'm firm on that. People do it all the time. With a lot of snakes, some people have to, but I would never have more snakes than what I can invest quality time with each one of my snakes. So if it comes to a point where I have another 20 snakes, I could never do it because I'd be taking away the time I've invested all these years with these snakes. So it's not fair to them to abundant yourself with tons of snakes if you've got to take away time from the ones that you've invested quality time with. That may sound confusing, but I know what I meant. But that's why I won't get any more snakes. I'm going to breed this spring. I've got a lot of breeding plans, but I've already found excellent homes for these babies to go to before I even have them and before I produce them. I don't charge any money for my snake babies. All I ask is that they go to good homes and that the people keep me up to date on how they're doing. If they don't want them anymore, they come back to me. So these babies, even though they don't live with me anymore, they're still a vital part of my life. I produced them. I raised the parents that had them. I don't charge money for them because you don't have to place money value on things that you love. You really don't. Especially animals. But I could never be a full-time breeder. I took 3 years off from breeding my snakes. Well, actually, 3 years. Because I don't believe in overworking the females. But this coming spring, I have a lot of plans to breed some of my snakes. He's happy. That's it. I can go do anything I want to do and he won't go anywhere. That's the way you want to raise snakes.